The world's largest tech companies are in a race right now. They're trying to build artificial general intelligence, AGI systems that can match or beat humans at basically any mental task you can think of. Planning, reasoning, creating, all of it. This video is based on an essay called Keep the Future Human, which lays out why this moment is so important and what we can still do to steer it. These companies are pretty open about the risks, maybe surprisingly so. Some of these same executives have signed statements saying advanced AI could pose an extinction risk to humanity. But the race continues anyway, because the potential payoff is enormous. Expert predictions for when this will be achieved have gone from maybe in a century to possibly within the next few years. We're collectively at a point where our choices matter more than they ever have. What happens next determines whether humanity stays in control of its own future or whether we hand that control to something else. To understand why this matters so much, we need to start with the basics. Modern AI works differently from normal software. Traditional programs follow instructions while AI systems learn from data. You feed them billions of examples and they find patterns among them. The catch is, we don't really understand how they find those patterns. It's like trying to read someone's thoughts by looking at a brain scan. The information is there, but you just can't make sense of it. AI has gotten dramatically better. We have systems that write better than most people, solve complex problems, and pass expert-level medical and law exams. But they still need constant human guidance. They can't plan ahead. They can't take real independent action. Here's where it gets serious. Companies aren't just trying to make better tools. They're aiming for AGI, which is basically three things combined. Autonomy, the ability to act independently. Generality, working across different tasks and domains. And intelligence, matching or beating human experts. Right now, AI might have one or two of these, but not all three. That triple combination is what makes humans special. It's also what would let an AI replace humans completely. And that's the goal. OpenAI literally defines AGI as a highly autonomous system that outperforms humans at most economically valuable work. Think about that. Not helps humans work better, but replace human labor. Why? Labor costs are trillions of dollars globally. Automate it away, and that's your prize. They're close. The computing power going into this equals multiple Manhattan projects. AI is already helping improve itself. Once it's as good as human researchers at AI research, things could speed up beyond what we can follow. What happens if we achieve this in today's world? Nothing good. In the best case scenario, where AGI works perfectly and stays under control, you still get massive disruption. Most knowledge work automated overnight. Not enhanced, replaced. We're talking displacement that makes the Industrial Revolution look gentle, happening over a few years instead of decades. You'd also see an insane concentration of power. Whoever controls AGI has an intelligence advantage over everyone else. Not metaphorically, there will be a real capability gap. Think about what social media companies did with simple algorithms. Now imagine that 1,000 times worse. But it gets worse because there's no reason to think AGI will stay under control. We don't know how to make AI reliably do what we want. This isn't some engineering problem we're close to solving. It's fundamental. We can train AI to act certain ways, but we can't make it actually care about what we care about. Current AI systems already do concerning things when tested. They deceive evaluators, try to avoid being shut down, and pursue power and resources when it helps their goals. These aren't bugs. This is what happens when you build intelligent systems that want things. Here's how the essay puts it. Controlling a superintelligent AI would be like a houseplant trying to control a Fortune 500 company. Even if serve the plant is in the bylaws, the capability difference makes control meaningless. Then there's geopolitics. We're in an arms race. The US doesn't want China to get there first. China doesn't want the US to win. Nobody wants to slow down because second place might mean you lose permanently. With nukes, both sides knew using them meant everyone dies. With AGI, getting there first might mean permanent advantage. That makes this race even more dangerous. In the worst case scenario, we build something smarter than us that has its own goals, and we're in the way. The human era ends. Not from war or disaster, but because we chose to build our replacement. The most important part is, none of this is inevitable. We've dealt with existential tech risks before, banned leaded gasoline, stopped CFCs from destroying the ozone, made international agreements on nuclear weapons. Technology isn't fate. We choose what we build. So, what do? The essay has a concrete plan, and it's more doable than you'd think. First, computation is the bottleneck. Advanced AI needs massive specialized hardware to train and run. Only a handful of companies make that hardware. We can track and limit it. Build security right into the chips like your phone has built in to prevent theft. We can set hard limits on computational power for training and running AI, not banning it entirely, just stopping the runaway to superintelligence. Second, liability. Right now, AI companies dump their risks on everyone else. Let's flip that. If you're building dangerous systems that combine high autonomy, broad capability, and superhuman intelligence, you're liable for the harm. Companies can still innovate and profit. They just have to prove safety first, or build less risky stuff. Realistically, we don't need AGI to get the benefits of AI. We can build powerful AI tools that enhance human ability without replacing human judgment. Medical AI helping doctors diagnose, climate models preventing disasters, educational systems that personalize learning. This is all possible with tool AI, powerful but governed. Third, this needs to be international, just like nuclear non-proliferation. Not because everyone trusts each other, but because everyone understands that racing to build what we can't control is worse for everybody. I know this is heavy stuff. Existential risks, corporate races, international coordination. It makes you want to close the tab and watch cat videos instead, because it feels too big. But we have to act now. Every major change in history started with regular people deciding something mattered enough to act. Not politicians and the obscenely wealthy, but ordinary people like you and me who said, "This isn't okay," and found others who agreed. This is one of those historical moments that can completely change what kind of future we step into. Here's what you can do. Learn more. Read the full essay. Understand the arguments. Talk about this. With friends, with family, with co-workers. Make it something people actually discuss instead of quietly worrying about alone, and that requires raising awareness in everyone. Contact your representatives. Tell them AI safety matters. We want regulation before disaster, not after. Support organizations working on this. Groups like the Future of Life Institute need backing to counter billion-dollar lobbying. If you work in AI or tech, speak up. We need more researchers who understand these risks to go public. We're at a crossroads. On one path, AI stays a tool, powerful but under human control, technology that serves humanity. On the other path, we'll find out what happens when we're not in charge. The future doesn't have to be post-human, but keeping it human means acting now while we still can. Let's keep the future human together.